Hello, everyone. Welcome in. I'm Caleb Nelson, husband, homeschool dad of five, and a 30-year firefighter and emergency responder. You might know me as the family radio guy. And like you, I've asked myself sometimes, if the networks went down today, how would I reconnect with my family? Most people think building an emergency plan means buying expensive gear or mastering complicated tech, but that's not true. Today, I'll show you a simple, proven system your whole family can follow. No tech expertise needed. Let's get started. Let me ask you a question. Yeah, if I told you there was a simple step-by-step way to build a family communications plan that actually worked, a plan you can create in less than 30 minutes without spending thousands of dollars and without needing any technical skills or experience, would you believe me? Because that's exactly what I'm going to show you today. What you're about to see today is unlike anything that you've tried before. Over the next 60 minutes, I'll show you how to build a family first communications plan that works when the grid goes down. It's fast, it's simple, and it's made for real families, not radio hobbyists or tech experts. And yes, you'll want to take some notes. So, this is me doing exactly what I teach family, not in the studio or on a stage, but right here at home with my family. This isn't just a business, you see, it's personal. I spent 30 years in emergency services and 10 years in FM radio. And since 2014, I've helped families develop real world communications plans. But what matters most in this is I'm a parent and a leader in my home, just like you. And today I'm here to help you do what most families never do: build a simple, family first plan to stay connected when it matters the most. No pressure, no techie overwhelm, just a real conversation about what's possible for your family starting right now. Have you ever looked around and thought everyone else seems to have this figured out except me? Maybe I'm just too late to start preparing. Maybe I'm not the technical guy, just knowing enough to get this thing right. I get it. We've all been there. They'll tell you to spend thousands on gear to become a radio guy, or just wait for disaster to figure it out. But here's something different you need to hear. You don't need more stuff. You need a simple family first system that your whole household can actually know how to use. That's what changed everything for my family. And if you're here, it's because you're ready to build that for yours too. Now, let me share this a little bit why I'm here teaching you this today. You see, I've spent over 30 years in emergency services, 10 years in FM radio, all the while learning what works and what falls apart when systems fail. I'm a licensed ham radio operator and the voice behind the PrepComs podcast, where I teach families like yours how to build practical, non technical communications plans. I'm also the creator of this, the Family Connect system, a proven framework trusted by families across the U.S. and shared from stages, podcast, and preparedness communities nationwide. But none of that matters as much as this. You see, I've lived it, I've tested it, and I've taught it to families just like yours with real results. And that's why you can trust what you're about to learn next. They'll tell you it's about radios or gear or just buying your way to safety. But we know better than that, don't we? This work is about love. It's about the quiet leadership that shows up before you have to. It's about peace, not crossing your fingers, but knowing your family is ready to stay calm, connected, and together no matter what. That's why I do this work. Not for the gear or the gadgets, but for families. So say this with me out loud if you can. I am a leader in my home. I am building clarity, not fear. I am preparing because I love my family, not because I'm afraid. This is who we are, and this is what we build together. You know that moment when you think you've got it all covered, but deep down something's missing? That was me. As a young firefighter, and then husband, and then dad, I thought that just buying radios and stacking up gear would be enough. They say buy the right stuff and you'll be ready. But here's what I learned: preparedness is about what you buy, it's who you lead. And if your family doesn't know the plan, they can't practice it, or freezes up in the moment, all the gear won't help. That was my mistake. So I stopped buying for me and started building with them. That's why I'm here to help you do the same. Say this with me: I am building leaders in my home, not just buying stuff. Now, let me show you how. Let me show you what I wish someone had shown me years ago. Because almost everything we've been told about family communications is wrong. They say it's about buying better gear or getting licensed first or spending hundreds of hours learning radio theory. None of that worked for me. And if you're still here, I'm guessing it hasn't worked for you either. That's why I created a new way. It all starts with these three powerful secrets. Secret number one, the power of the MVP method. It's one simple system that strips away any techie confusion and gets your radios talking fast without fancy gear or expert knowledge. Secret number two, clarity over complexity. A proven, non technical way to build a family plan that eliminates guesswork, wasted gear, and overthinking so your family actually uses it. And secret number three, the Mythbuster. You don't need big budgets, fancy radios, or extra time because our Cascade protocol works with what you have right now, step by step. So say this with me. I am ready to see this differently. I am ready to finally make this work. Let me ask you, have you ever tried, bought, hoped, but deep down you knew it wasn't enough? That was me. I had the gear, the apps, the checklist, the books, all of these things swirling in my head, but my family was still guessing. Matter of fact, I was still guessing. That's when I hit the wall. They'll say, it's just a phase, or you'll figure it out when the time comes. But guessing isn't a plan, and hoping isn't a strategy. So that's when I decided I am done repeating the cycle. You can say it with me. I am not here to repeat the same cycle. I am ready to lead with clarity. So let me show you how. At first, I thought building a family communications plan meant hours on YouTube, following random Facebook groups, and buying whatever gear the experts recommended. But all that gave me was more questions and drawers full of radios that no one, including myself and the family, knew how to use. And that's when I developed the MVP method. It's a proven step-by-step system that strips away tech confusion and gets your radios talking fast so you can have peace of mind, not more projects. Say this with me. I am done doing what never worked before, but I am ready for a clear, simple solution that works. What if instead of piling up more radios, apps, or gear, you focused on clarity first? That's step number one of the MVP method. Minimal gear, maximum clarity. Because gear doesn't build confidence, clarity does. Now, I used to think that I needed a radio room or a stack of gadgets to be ready, but I learned one well understood tool used right is worth more than 10 unused ones. Now, this isn't about tech, it's about trust. Trust in your tools, your plan, and yourself. Step number two is all about shared leadership. Preparedness is not a solo job. What if, instead of doing it all by yourself, you invited your whole family in? With verified roles, everyone has a part. Mom, dad, kids, even grandparents. No more guesswork, no more what now. Just a simple, clear system where everyone knows their role. When my youngest daughter grabbed her radio during a storm and calmly followed the plan, that's when I knew this step had changed everything. And finally, step three, practiced, not perfect. You don't need perfection. You just need to start practicing together. What if, instead of overthinking or waiting for the right moment, you treated this like a fire drill? Confidence comes from repetition, not theory. Even 5 minutes of practice can build a lifetime of peace. This isn't about being flawless. It's about being ready. Say this with me. I am an MVP who prepares with purpose, not under pressure. Now, they'll tell you that real results take years, that you don't need to know more, buy more, or do more. That's what they're telling you, but it's not true. When you build the right way, everything changes. Everything falls into place. We went from hoping to knowing that we could stay connected, even when the power went out, phones stopped working, or everything else failed. That moment gave me peace of mind I didn't know I was missing. That's why I built the Family Connect system, so your family can have that peace of mind too. Say this with me. I am proof that this works. I am living a transformation I once doubted. Yeah, it's your turn. I discovered this the hard way. Now, they'll tell you it should be easy. Just buy a radio, get a checklist, or figure it out when it happens. But here's what really happened. I spent years buying gear, filling drawers, and telling myself that we were ready. But when I checked, we didn't have a plan. That's when I found the one thing that changed everything. Clarity beats clutter. Practice beats panic. Say this with me. I am not afraid to learn the hard way, but I would rather help you take the smart way. You know that feeling when you tried something, but it still feels unfinished? We've all been there, buying gear, making blurry, unfinished plans in our head, still wondering if our family will even follow through. Maybe my story seems familiar because, in many ways, it's your story too. And that's exactly why you're here right now. Say this with me. I am ready to believe this is possible for me. Now, let's be honest. It's not that you haven't been trying. I know you have. You've done more than most. You've scrolled through countless hours of YouTube videos. You've dug through those dreaded prepper forums and followed gurus on Facebook and Reddit. You've clicked through their Amazon gear reviews. And what did you really get? Some suggestions, but not a plan. Products, not a proven system. Here's what you need to know. It's not that you failed. It's the model. It's failed you. You don't need any more noise. You need a clear, family first plan that actually works. And that's exactly what I'm about to show you next. You know what this kind of reminds me of? It's like having a fire drill before the fire. You don't wait until your house fills with smoke to figure out how to get out to safety. You practice ahead of time. So when it does matter, you don't panic. Now that's how the Family Connect system works. And it didn't just work for me. It's worked for families just like yours in Franklin, Tennessee, Dallas, Texas, Fort Myers, Florida, and more. They all now have real plans they actually practice together. This isn't a theory. This, guys, is proven. Say this with me. I am ready to believe that this works for me too. So what if there was another way? A way that feels light, clear, doable, and family first. A way that doesn't require you to be a tech expert or stack more gear that you'll never use. What if your family could have a clear, just simple plan that brings confidence, peace, and connection? Starting today, like this evening. That's what I'm about to show you. So say this with me. I am open to ease. I am allowed to do this differently. So let me show you exactly how this works. Oh, before we go further, you need to know this only works if you're in it. All the way. Not halfway, not maybe later, but right now. Fully. All in. If that's you, say it with me. I am all in. I am the one who this was made for. I didn't think I had what it takes. Sure, I had the gear, the radios, emergency contacts, all of that. But deep down, I doubted myself. Would I freeze under pressure? Would my family follow my lead when it mattered? That voice told me I wasn't prepared. Not near enough. I wasn't even smart enough or calm enough. And then one night, during a practice, my little daughter calmly picked up her radio and said, "Dad, I'm ready when you are." And that's when everything shifted. Not because I had all the answers, but because I had stopped chasing perfect and started practicing leadership with clarity. My family responded not to answers, but to the peace that they saw in me. This is where it started. I was overwhelmed by too many options, too many videos, too much gear in those endless forums. The more I learned, the more lost I felt. I believed if I didn't get every detail right, if I didn't memorize every step, I'd be failing my family when it mattered the most. That pressure almost shut me down. But then, during a storm drill with my family, I realized it's not about doing everything perfectly. It's about having clear roles and simple steps. My daughter had one clear job, and she nailed it. My wife knew her role, and she led with confidence. And me? I finally saw what was possible when every family member knows just enough to act. You see, preparedness isn't perfection. It's a plan that works when it counts, a plan that you practice together, one that grows with your family and your life. That was the shift from overwhelm to peace, from feeling alone to leading a prepared, connected team together. Say this with me. I am not stuck. We are not stuck. We are moving forward. This was the first belief that I needed. Leadership isn't knowing everything. It's having a plan that works when it counts. The Cascade Protocol gave me that plan. It showed me how to layer family communications. Start with what we already use, add simple off-grid tools only when needed, and build confidence one layer at a time. That shift changed how I saw myself. And with a cascade in place, I didn't overthink. I just led. Say this with me. I am already equipped because I already have the plan. I used to think calm leadership just meant being super prepared, super serious, or someone else entirely. But here's what I learned. You don't have to be perfect. You don't need a badge, a background, or even a huge go bag. You just need a clear path and the confidence to follow it, even when things get chaotic. That's when I stopped scrambling and started being the calm in the crazy. Say this with me. I'm allowed to be the steady voice in the storm. You see, this is where it clicked for me. I wasn't failing. I wasn't behind. I just didn't have a plan to show how far I'd actually come. Once I used the Cascade Protocol, I saw the progress, the calm moments, the practice steps, my family looking to me for direction. That's when I stopped doubting I was enough. And I started seeing I was already leading. You don't need a dramatic moment to prove it. You just need to notice who you've become. Say this with me. I am proof of my progress. Now you might be wondering, will this really work for me? Let me be clear. This system works for moms who've never touched a radio, but know hope is not a plan. It's for dads who've bought gear but never built a plan. It's for homeschooling families wanting real life skills that everyone can use without fear. It's for grandparents nearby who need to know what to do if the phone stopped working. Busy professionals seeking peace of mind without becoming radio experts. Faith-driven families leading with wisdom, not worry. And preppers finally ready to make their gear usable for their whole household. This isn't just for techie people. This is for families who want to be calm, connected, and ready together. I used to stare at the gear, wondering what plugged into what, and if my family would ever get on board. Today I don't wonder, I lead. And the crazy part, it was simpler than I thought. Say this with me, I am ready to take control with a real plan. Let's walk through this photograph together here. The chains, you see those, they told me you don't have time, you can't afford it, or you need someone else's approval. But those were just circumstances. They were chains disguised as logic. I tried their way, waiting, delaying, hoping, but emergencies don't wait, and neither did peace of mind. I realized it wasn't budget or schedule. It was what I believed about them, that I had to have it all together first, that I couldn't start until everything else lined up. Well, the truth is, you don't need more except clarity. Clarity creates movement. Movement builds momentum. So say this with me. I am done blaming what's on the outside of me. Most people think the problem is time, money, or a partner's support, but that's not it. The real issue? Trying to build a plan from scratch without a system made for real families. The Cascade Protocol is designed for busy homes, tight budgets, and imperfect schedules. It works because it's simple, and it meets you right where you are. Say this with me. I am no longer placing the power outside of myself. Slide 29. I used to think it was about money or time, that once the budget loosened or life slowed down, I'd finally figure out our emergency plan. But here's the truth. The budget was already tight. The schedule was always full. The perfect time never came. What changed wasn't income or calendar. It was how I thought about both of those. I stopped waiting for ideal conditions and started looking for a plan that worked with the life that we have. That's when everything shifted. Say this with me. I am not limited by what's outside of me. Think about planting a garden. You don't wait for perfect soil, the ideal season, or every single tool in your shed. You start with the seeds, the soil, and the sunlight that you have right now. Every small step, watering, weeding, nurturing, it all builds momentum. And over time, the garden grows strong and fruitful, even if it didn't start perfect. That's how real family communications plans are built. Not with perfect gear or endless time, but with simple, clear steps that anyone can follow. You're not waiting for more. You're already enough. You're the gardener nurturing connection and confidence in your family. You can say this with me. I am already equipped. I am building what matters, and I am moving forward with purpose. I used to think calm leadership meant being super prepared, super serious, or even someone else entirely. But here's what I learned. You don't have to be perfect. You don't need a badge or a background. You just need a clear plan and the confidence to follow it, even when things get chaotic. That's when I stopped scrambling and started being the calm and the crazy. Say this with me. I'm allowed to be the steady voice in the storm. They'll tell you you have to become someone else, someone smarter, someone more qualified with all the answers. But true transformation doesn't change who you are, it reveals who you've been all along. I started this journey as just a dad trying to figure it out alone. I wasn't smart enough, and I worried my family wouldn't follow me. But when I let go of all that, I didn't just build a plan, I built confidence. I became the leader my family needed all along. And you can too. Say this with me. I am the transformed version of who I was becoming all along. Now let's start building something together. This is where the transformation gets real. By now, you've seen the shift. You don't need more stuff. You don't need to overthink. You don't need permission to lead. You just need a simple family first system, one that reminds you that you already believe. Your calm, your confident leadership isn't earned, it's chosen. The Cascade Protocol gave me that clarity. Now it's your turn. Say this with me. I am ready for what's next. I am ready to move forward. What if the answer wasn't more gear, but more clarity? What if your family didn't need a backup plan because they had a real one? The Family Connect system gives y'all just that. A step by step plan that's easy to follow. It's built for families who want connection, not complexity. This just isn't easier, it's smarter, and it's waiting for you. You can say this with me. I am ready for a better way. This isn't just my story. Let me take you down to Florida during Hurricane Ian. When Laura Lee watched her house disappear beneath a wall of storm surge from her neighbor's third story window, the roads were gone, the power was out, and worst of all, she had no way to reach her family, especially her elderly parents just a few miles away. That moment shattered her belief that someone else would handle it, but it also sparked something powerful. She found the Family Connect system, and today she leads her home with clarity, peace, and confidence because now they have a real plan. She went from fear to authority, and if she can, so can you. Now say this with me. I am ready to believe it's possible for me too. They said you couldn't do it without a big budget, fancy equipment, or extra time, but Laura Lee proved them wrong. Now, see, that's what it looks like when excuses fall away and families step into action. Say this with me. I am living proof that the obstacle is not the end. It's not just me. It's not just Laura Lee. It's families just like yours taking small, doable steps and finally getting their plan in place. Here are a few stories that prove it's possible for you too. We finally practiced our check in, playing as a family, and it worked. We had no idea what to buy, but with Caleb's system, we skipped the overwhelm and got started in one weekend, said Sarah. Amanda from Fort Myers says, my husband wasn't on board at first until the kids showed him how simple it was. It happens. It's not just possible, guys. It's happening everywhere. Say this with me. I am next in line. The Cascade protocol is powerful. It does give your family a clear step by step way, to stay connected when the grid goes down. But it's only one part of a much bigger system because real communications preparedness means covering every angle. There's more to the Family Connect system that makes communication simple, fast, and stress free for your entire family. Now, this is more than just a plan, it's a complete system. Because it's one thing to have a plan, and it's an entirely another thing to feel confident putting it into action. That's why the Family Connect system includes easy to follow trainings, ready to use templates, and real world tools designed for busy families like yours. This system is built to turn theory into practice so that your family knows what to do, how to do it, and feels calm when they are. Here's what else you're going to get to build confidence and momentum beyond the MVP method and the Cascade protocol. You get a family-friendly mini course to master your radios, a quick start guide to launch your plan fast, a message pack that removes guesswork during any crisis, plus exclusive community support and access to our vault of expert resources. Let me show you how each piece of this plan works together to create your complete family communications solution. The Family Communications Radio Confidence Mini Course. This is knowing your radios is just as important as having them. This mini course is designed for families who want to turn confusing gadgets into simple, powerful tools. Think of this mini course like a driver's manual and practice track combined. It turns hesitant beginners into confident drivers ready for the road. This video and audio mini course removes the fear and guesswork by giving you step-by-step, no jargon training, no licenses required, no complicated technology, just practical confidence so you and your family can use your radios in any situation. Now, with this confidence, your family won't just have radios, they'll have lifelines. That's the difference between gear on a shelf and tools that you trust when it matters the most. Sometimes you just need a fast, clear way to get started without overthinking. The Quick Start Field Guide is your done for you action kit to launch your family's plan this weekend. Think of this guide like GPS directions on a new route. There's no guesswork, just clear steps to get you to where you need to go quickly and confidently. This guide includes printable templates, contact cards, and check-in scripts that simplify communication for every member of your family. It's designed to cut the overwhelm and get your plan live fast. Having this field guide means no more staring at a blank page, wondering, what do I do next? You can take action tonight, knowing every step is mapped out just for your success. When the pressure's on, finding the right words sometimes is hard. The bonus grid down message list takes away the panic by giving you pre-written fill-in-the-blank messages ready for any emergency. This message list is like having a script for an important phone call. It guides you when the stress might make thinking clearly impossible. You'll have ready-to-use templates for radios, text, and apps that all keep your family connected, calm, and informed. No guesswork needed in the heat of the moment. With this resource, you're never frozen, wondering what to say next. You can communicate clearly and confidently and keep your family safe when it matters the most. Here's another bonus just for you, our private online community. Preparation is a journey, and having support makes all the difference. This community connects you with families walking the same path, sharing wins, solving challenges, and growing together. But what's the best part? I'll be right there with you, answering your questions, guiding you step by step, and leading the way whenever you need a hand. Think of this community like a team of coaches and cheerleaders, always encouraging you, ready to help, and cheering you on as you build confidence and clarity. You don't have to do this alone. Say this with me. I am supported, guided, and never alone on this journey. Get insider Q&A sessions, troubleshooting help, and motivation from myself and other members who understand your goals and challenges. You're never alone in building your family's plan. This exclusive community support is what transforms knowledge into consistent action, helping you overcome doubts, stay accountable, and keep moving forward. You're not just getting information, you're gaining clarity, confidence, and encouragement that you need to make your family communications plan stick for the long haul. With direct access to experts and families just like you, you'll never feel stuck or overwhelmed again. This kind of ongoing support is the difference between hoping for change and living it. You can say this with me. I am empowered, supported, and committed for the long run. The Vault is your personal treasure trove. It's a carefully curated collection of years of expert training, bonus materials, and behind the scenes strategies. It's packed with proven techniques and timeless wisdom that deepen your preparedness, the knowledge, and sharpen your family's communication skills. And it's not just what's here now, it grows over time, giving you access to every new tool, insight, and resource I create in the future. Think of the vault like your own private library of survival secrets, always ready when you want to learn more or dig a little deeper. This ongoing resource ensures you stay equipped, confident, and ahead of the curve, no matter what comes next. You can say this with me. I am committed to growing my knowledge and protecting my family for years to come. You'll receive lifetime instant access to a rich library of exclusive content, from detailed tutorials to advanced communications tips, all thoughtfully curated to deepen and complement your Family Connect system experience. This ever growing collection is designed to support your journey with fresh insights and practical strategies whenever you need them. Say this with me. I am embracing ongoing learning to keep my family safe and connected. Now you're probably thinking, what if I don't finish? But that's why we built the Family Connect system, step by step, simple, doable step by step. And it's paced for real life. No rush, just get started. Maybe you're wondering, what if my spouse isn't on board? Well, that's okay. We've seen it time and again. Once the plan is clear and real, the whole family follows naturally. Or maybe you're saying, I'm not a radio expert. Congratulations. You don't have to be. This isn't about fancy gear. It's about clear, simple steps that everyone can follow. And we've made sure the clarity works for every family, no matter your experience or schedule. Say this with me. I am allowed to choose a better way. I am choosing the Family Connect system. All right, it's time to reveal your complete Family Connect system. I want to make sure you clearly see all the pieces that come together to give your family true communication confidence. No guesswork, no overwhelming. This just isn't a plan or a checklist. It's a complete system built to work for real families, no matter your experience level or gear. So let's walk through every part, what it is and why it matters, and how it fits into your family's safety and connection. Now get ready, because this is where it all comes together. Let's start with the heart of the system, the entire Family Connect system, your blueprint, the complete walkthrough, and done with you plan to keep your family connected in any emergency. Power outages, tornadoes, or grid down events. This gives you clarity, simplicity, and confidence to know what to do and when to do it. You don't need to be a radio expert. You just need a real plan that works. This alone is worth the full price. Say this with me. I am claiming the full system. Now let's talk about the tool that changes everything. The Cascade Protocol Blueprint. It's a plug and play plan that tells every family member exactly what to do, in the right order, no matter the emergency. You don't have to figure it out from scratch. We've built the steps for you. This is where it clicks. You feel confident your radios will be used right, even if you're not holding them. Say this with me. I am already equipped. This was the missing piece that makes it all work. The Family Radio Confidence mini course turns everyday radios into powerful, easy tools. No licensing, no technical headaches, no second guessing. It's practical, approachable, and designed for real families like yours. Having a plan is one thing. Feeling confident using it is everything. I didn't plan to create a mini course, but I kept seeing families hesitate, not for the lack of caring, but because the radios felt too technical or risky. Man, that broke my heart. The truth, it's not about mastering manuals, it's about muscle memory. One night, after a simple radio check in, a mom said, "That's it. That's all it takes." And I knew that's when the confidence had started. That's what she needed. So I built this mini course on that premise to turn walkie talkies from clutter into lifelines. No lingo, not overwhelming, just clarity. This mini course is the shortcut families use to go from confusion to calm and confident fast. But here's the catch, this clarity isn't available everywhere. I kept hearing from families, we love the idea, but it feels kind of overwhelming. So I asked myself, why make this any harder than it has to be? Families don't need more info. They need a clear, done for you starting point. That's why I created the Quick Start Field Guide. It's your step by step jump start to launch your family's plan by this weekend. No guesswork, no overwhelm, just a clear, ready to go plan that you can actually use. This guide cuts through confusion so that you never stare at a blank page wondering, where do I start? Say this with me. I'm ready to skip the confusion and finally press go. Let me be honest here. Without this grid down message pack, you're going to be left guessing when it matters the most. It's a great bonus, by the way. You might have the gear, you might have the plan, but in a crisis, the biggest freeze is not knowing what to say. That's a real cost. Losing precious minutes, wasting emotional energy, feeling disconnected when clarity is most needed. It's not just expensive, it's exhausting. This bonus here gives you ready to use fill in the blank messages to keep your family calm and connected. Say this with me. I am done paying in overwhelm. Now, as a thank you for being here with us today, I'm excited to include something truly special. Private community access. Normally a $997 annual value, yours free for the first year when you join today. This isn't just a Facebook group or forum. It's a thriving, supportive community of families just like yours, walking the same path, sharing wins, asking questions, and encouraging one another every step of the way. You'll get direct access to expert guidance from me and the team. So when you hit a roadblock or need a quick answer, you've never left guessing or feeling stuck alone. Think of this community as your personal team of coaches and cheerleaders, pushing you forward, celebrating your progress, and keeping you accountable. This kind of ongoing support is what turns knowledge into consistent action. It's what helps you stay confident, clear, and connected long after this webinar ends. And remember this is a limited time bonus just for those ready to step up now. So say this with me, I'm stepping in to be fully supported. Now, this bonus here, lifetime access to the vault, is packed with years of private trainings, expert tips, and proven strategies to keep your family prepared and confident for the long haul. The vault is your personal library of preparedness wisdom, always there when you want to learn more or just refresh your plan. Think of it as a trusted mentor, ready to guide you every step of the way. This bonus is our way of saying thank you for stepping up today. You can say this with me if you'd like. I am embracing a lasting preparedness and expert support for my life. I want you to take one more look at what you're going to get. The Family Connect system, the Cascade Protocol Blueprint, the Family Radio Confidence Mini Course, the Quick Start Field Guide, the Grill Down Message List, the private community access, and the exclusive Founders Vault. That's thousands of dollars in value, all for just $997 today. Click the button below or visit FamilyConnectOffer.com to claim your spot now. Say this with me. I am ready to step in and lead my family with confidence. All right, let's make this even easier to say yes today. All right, for the first 25 families who join right now, I'm including a special bonus, a pair of pre-programmed walkie-talkies ready to use in your hometown, already set up, already tuned in. That's a $175 value for free, acting right now. You can hand them to your spouse, your kids, or your neighbors and start practicing your plan the moment they arrive. But this bonus is only for the first 25 families who enroll today. Visit FamilyConnectOffer.com and claim your spot now. Say this with me. I am ready to grab what's waiting for me. Now, let me show you one more time everything that you're going to get when you join the Family Connect system. The entire Family Connect system, a $1,997 value. The Cascade Protocol Blueprint, a $497 value. The Family Confidence Mini Course, video and audio, a $497 value. The Quick Start Field Guide, $297 value. First bonus, the Grid Down Message List, $197 value. The limited time bonus, the Private Community Access, $997 value for 1 year, joining families as they build their plans alongside. The next bonus, the Archive Access, the Vault, a $297 value. That doesn't even get close to what it's really worth. But it's my best tools, my checklist, behind the scenes training, and more. And don't forget the fast action bonus for the first 25 families to sign up, a pair of pre-programmed walkie-talkies to get your family started right. The total value for this, $4,954. But today it's yours for $997. Visit FamilyConnectOffer.com and lock your spot in now. Say this with me. I am claiming the full system for my family today. Now let's bring this all into focus one more time. The entire Family Connect system, the Cascade Protocol, Family Radio Confidence Mini Course, Quick Start Field Guide, the bonus Grid Down Message List, the limited time bonus Private Community Access, the bonus Archive Access for the Vault, plus the pair of walkie-talkies. That's over $4,954 in a total value, but today you get it all for just $997. Go now to FamilyConnectOffer.com to claim your spot. Say this with me as you're typing. I am stepping into complete confidence for my family. All right, let's get started. Click the link, lock in your access, and let's build your family's emergency communications plan step by step. I'm here to answer your questions, any of them that you have. Don't wait. Your family's peace of mind starts now. FamilyConnectOffer.com. Let's do this. And if you've got any questions, I'm ready for them now. All right. Here's what you do next. You click the link, you grab your access, and let's build your family's emergency communication plan step by step together. And don't forget, I'm right here to help. Just type your questions in the chat. We've been getting those throughout the day. And while you're doing that, let's look at again, one more time, everything that you're going to get when you join the Family Connect system. The entire Family Connect system, it's a $1,997 value. That's the MVP method. That's your step-by-step roadmap to family communication confidence. The Cascade Protocol Blueprint, a $497 value. It's a fill-in-the-blank check-in plan that's ready to get used tonight. The Family Confidence Mini Course, a $497 value for audio and video. It's a shortcut to learn how to use your radios without being overwhelmed. The Quick Start Field Guide, a $297 value. Your done-for-you setup guide to go live this weekend. Bonus 1, the Grid Down Message List, pre-written emergency messages ready when the grid goes down. Bonus number 2, limited time by the way, a Private Community Access Pass. That's a $1,000 value for 1 year to join families building their plans alongside of you. Bonus, the Archive Access, my vault, my best tools, checklist, and behind-the-scenes training, all for the first 25 families. Don't forget the free walkie-talkies, a total value of $4,954. Today, it's yours for just $997. Go to FamilyConnectOffer.com to get started now. And yes, I hear you. We've made it easier to say yes today. We have a financing option. If $997 feels like too much today, start with $397 and then two more payments of $397. No stress. We're talking progress. FamilyConnectOffer.com. Let's make this happen for your family right now. All right, let's look at it again. One more time. Here's everything you're going to get today. The entire Family Connect system with MVP method, the Cascade Protocol blueprint, the Family Radio Confidence mini course, the Quick Start Field Guide, Bonus 1, the Grid Down Message Pack, Bonus 2, a year's worth of private community access, Bonus 3, the PrepComms Archive Vault, plus if you're fast acting, the first 25 families only, you get the walkie-talkies for free. And all of that for just payments of $397 or one payment of $997. This is your moment. Your family's next level starts now. Let's go. Visit FamilyConnectOffer.com. All right. Yeah, it's a great deal, guys. Check it out. I've got some questions here. I want to answer those if we can. What's the difference between your course and buying a set of walkie-talkies? Well, the biggest difference is I'll send you a set of walkie-talkies, plus I'm going to teach you and your family how to confidently use those without any fear and without any questions. Got another one here. Thank you. Can I just find this information for free on YouTube? Sure, you can. I spent hours and hours, months, years working these things out. If you're up for that, or click the button right there, $997 today. First 25 families get a free set of walkie-talkies. Can my children effectively participate in family communications plan? They can. They sure can. My children do. And your children will. I have found that your children will rise to the expectations that you give them. So bring them in, make them a part. It's not hard that you can assign them duties in the plan and they can participate. They'll surprise you how resilient they are and how excited they'll be to embrace the plan for sure. Great question. What if I am not technically inclined? Is it too complicated for beginners like me? Well, I've been married to my beautiful wife over 26 years now. She's been a hairstylist for over 30. She's great at this stuff. And it's because we've laid it all out. We've followed the steps. She has an understanding. The kids have an understanding. We know how to work together. The mother-in-law's involved. The in-laws are involved. It all works out. It's not too complicated. That's the whole point of this. I created something so families can use this and not be overwhelmed, but they can walk in clarity and peace of mind. Great question. How does your system work in urban environments versus rural areas? Well, that's the great thing about the system because it's not a one size fits all. You build the plan to meet your expectations in your location. So if you live it out in the country like we do, not a problem. You develop the plan to work in that fashion. If you live in an urban setting or even suburban setting where you have more neighbors, bigger buildings, more traffic, more people, you build the plan around that. So it works either way because you're the one building it to meet your specific needs. Oh, yeah, my family won't stick to practicing a communications plan. They will if you make it fun. They will if you allow them to buy in. They will if you give them some expectations and some responsibility. They will find it fun, and it means that they will want to practice and participate more often. That's a great question, but I see it all the time. Empower your children to be leaders in your house. Subservient to parents, don't misunderstand me, but give them the authority to make the decisions and things like this, and you'll see they'll rise to the top. All right, before we go, just a reminder, get started today. Those are great questions. You can get started today for $997. $997, press the button, get started. I'm ready to go if you're ready to go. If you can't do $997 today, it's not a problem. You do a payment today of $397. The next 2 months, payments of $397. The point is, get connected, click the button, sign up. Thank you so much for being here. It's time to get it done. It's time for you to join the Family Connect system. Get yours started this weekend. Thank you so much for your time. My name's Caleb. If I can help you, please let me know. Would love to hear from you. I appreciate your time and wish you well. Look forward to seeing you. Actually, I look forward to mailing you your walkie-talkies and seeing you in the Family Connect group. God bless.